like you said, in time, everything changes anyway.
Yeah. Sad to watch, but it's fact of life, I guess.
So what I'm leading up to, I veered off a little bit with the feast, right? So hanging on that corner, I told you when I got pinched for the drug case. And then I found out after I got arrested who the informants were on my case.
How'd you find that out?
It's called discovery, okay?
Okay.
So I learned that my case started with the Organized Crime Task Force. It was Morgenthau's office with the state.
Now, what year are we talking about, Frank?
The investigation started back in late 80s. I wound up getting arrested. Oh, hang on a second. I take that back. Yeah, the investigation started 2 or 3 years prior to me getting arrested. I was arrested in 93. So it's 89, 90. I don't know exactly when. It started with the state. Then the feds picked it up. Because when I was dealing heroin, I was going out of state with it. So vitamin A automatically becomes federal. But that's how the case started. So the state, they work differently than the feds. The feds, you could get arrested. And they piecemeal the discovery. Like, in other words, you want your information right away, right? Well, they don't give it to you right away.
Okay.
You got to wait. You want your discovery, you want to say, well, you want to know, what do you got? What do you got on me? I'm sitting here, no bail. What do you got?
Right.
They don't do it like that. They give you a little bit. Before you know it, X amount of motions have to go by before they have to give it all. Okay? Because that shows their hand. Because you're trying to fight them, right? Well, the feds, I get no bail. I'm Dan. I'm trying to piecemeal the discovery. They slow roll you.
Yeah.
Before you know, you got a year in, you got 2 years in, and it's like, we want to make a deal. They're looking for a plea bargain, right? The state comes in. I get charged with the feds. But then the state comes with their indictment because they have to.
Right.
Now I'm indicted in both districts. I'm indicted in the Southern District of Massachusetts, okay, federally.
Okay.
And then I'm also charged in the Morgenthau's office, New York State, which same charges. And usually what happens in that case, when my lawyer was negotiating the plea, before I found out, my father decided to cooperate, usually what they'll do is the state always runs it with the feds. The feds don't have to run it with the state. So if you wind up getting a conviction with the state first, the feds don't have to make it concurrent. They could consecutive.
Oh.
So it's always best to resolve the feds first, and the state will go along.
Right.
So you got to be like strategic with this thing, right? The state works different. The state, you get the discovery right up front. I mean, not up front, but like maybe 30, 60, 90 days. Nowhere near like the feds. So I get the discovery, right?
Now you're going to find out who's who in this situation.
And they don't tell you the names, but you know who they are because you know the conversations you had with them, right? Common sense.
Right.
So there's CI number 96. Guy wore a wire on me. He actually asked me for a sample of heroin.
Okay.
I gave him a sample, and then we were talking about doing a deal. Never actually did a deal. Talked about it. Okay. That guy was Sally Martin. That was his nickname. His real name was Sally Dimartino.
Okay.
Sally Dimartino was Black Alex Morelli's uncle. Now, this guy was a Genovese associate for years. Been in and out of prison most of his life. A hoodlum guy, right? Not like
not a gangster.
I heard he was proposed. No, he was proposed for membership.
Oh, wow.
He turned it down.
Interesting.
This guy's been around. He's a street guy. It's not like he's some wannabe or nobody, right? Somebody you would trust from the neighborhood because Sally Martin's been around for years.
Right.
Sally Martin did a bid. Sally Martin was in jail. Sally Martin's a stand-up guy.
Which makes you think he's one of us.
Sally Martin's Alex's uncle. I mean,
Yeah, it makes sense that he's one of us.
Sally Martin comes to me. At that time, I'm in my early 20s. He's in his 70s, I think. He asks me for a sample. Could he wants to make some money. So as a kid, dealing, I'm thinking, well, I'm safe here.
Yeah, it's a safe spot.
Guys, yeah, so if I can make money, we make money, right?
Right.
I said, well, I'll be willing to help you. Like an idiot. I get a sample. All the while he's wearing a wire on me.
Yeah, but you did that out of respect because of who you thought he really was.
Right. There was a respect
It's a
thing going
respect
on.
thing.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of things going on, right?
Yeah.
Later on in Discovery, I find out he's the cooperator on my case, Wire. Word gets out all over the neighborhood, and he takes off because now he's a known,
Yeah, he's a
you
rat.
know, known rat in the neighborhood.
The word
Right.
that everybody loves
Worse.
around.
Well, you
Yeah.
know something.
That's
I
the
got to say
worst.
this. I got to make everybody understand that there's levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some people are going to say, "Well, a rat is a rat is a rat." No.
Mm.
To me, okay, the worst form of a rat is a confidential informant. The guy who's on the street, he's informing. They don't know who he is. People are getting arrested around him. People are surveillance, all kinds of stuff. They cause more damage than anybody for years.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to stay out there and they never get arrested. You know, they're told, hey, don't do anything, serious. You know, you could
And
do your
you'll
Sherlock and you could do your bookmaking, you could do light stuff.
And
We're
they
okay
keep
with
them out
that.
of jail.
And a lot of times they put them on payroll. A lot of guys are broke. They tell them, hey, guy gives good information, give him $1,000, $2,000 a week, tax free.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's destitute, right?
He's going to do it.
That's the worst form in my eyes, right? Second worst is somebody who's going to wear a wire on you. They're going to actually wire up and entrap you in a conversation. That, to me, that's the low of the low, right?
Yeah, because your guard's down. You trust that person for some form or reason. Like in this case, you were respecting who that guy was or who you thought he was.
Then you get the guy who wants to save his ass. He gets arrested. He's facing whatever he's facing. Whatever reason, he doesn't want to do the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do the time, okay? He goes, he cooperates, right? Then you get the other guy where it's a life and death situation where you're going to kill somebody in my family or you're going to kill me, okay? Ain't going to happen.
Ain't going to happen.
Back to the confidential informant, right?
Yeah.
So now, CI 96, we know is Sally Martin. Now, mind you, too, right? Sally Martin goes back with my family a long way. Now, think about this. Think about what a low life you got to be, right?
This gets uglier.
He was friends with my grandfather.
Wow.
I mean, my grandfather, if he was alive, my grandfather, Frankie, my father's father, would have been his age, same age. They hung out together.
Gotcha.
You wear a wire on his grandson?
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah, that's a
His
tough
son,
one.
he has a son, Alley Boy,
Okay.
right? Alley Boy's a good kid. I just don't call him a kid. He's older than me.
Yeah.
Good kid, solid guy from the neighborhood, solid kid from the neighborhood. Everybody liked him, quiet, kept himself, no bad habits. Really a nice,
A good guy.
yeah, and good friends with my uncles and my family. It's like a familiar. We knew the Dimartinos for 30 years.
Wow.
Everybody knew each other for 30 years here or more.
It's like family, man. Yeah. It really is. It's like having a family guy,
So what happens?
wire up.
Right. And Alley Boy was like, he wasn't a pushover kid. Like, he was a tough kid. He'll fight,
Yeah.
I remember a couple of times there was fights in the neighborhood. He'd help you. Him and Carmine and these guys he hung out with. One guy, they called him Tits. Carmine Tits.
Carmine.
These nicknames, right?
Great nicknames.
So anyway.
Maybe not that one, but that's still,
I guess we all
great
got him,
nickname.
right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that he was a good associate to have around. And Black Alex had all these kids around him. He had Alley Boy, Carmine, all these kids that were like stood together.
Mm-hmm.
And they help you. There was a find the neighbor, they come help you. Like, good neighborhood kids, right? So you're looking at this family and you're saying, if I'm dealing, why wouldn't I give him a sample?
He'd do anything for the guy. He's
Right.
like a family member.
Hey, he's telling
He
me.
asked you for help. He came to you for help. He wants to make money. So you're going to do it.
So now he wears a wire, right? I got heat on me, unbelievable. Don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they were on me
At that
like
point, you
round
can't
rice.
put that together. Yeah.
I couldn't put two and two together. I'm thinking it's coming from. So I was dealing with so many people. I was dealing with Puerto Ricans. I'm dealing with the blacks. I'm dealing with all kinds of people.
Yeah.
The
Anybody
Chinese.
can drop
And I'm
a
saying to
dime.
myself,
Yeah.
yeah,
Anybody.
I don't know if it's coming from the Italians. I don't know where it's coming from. Right? I get pinched. We get the discovery, and there it is, CI 96, and we know exactly who it is. I send a lawyer to my grandfather, Nunzi,
Mm-hmm.
who now is cousins with Sally Martin. right?
It's so crazy.
Sound like Dimartino.
Yeah.
And I put word out on the street, and they all know. And then he goes away, and then I'm asking my grandfather for help here. Like, hey, nobody came to the aid or nothing, right? They all ran, all scared.
Yeah.
Right?
Team Uno, shout out to my Usos, killing bills like Uma. Balls travel from Pluto, big truck soprano, gabagool and